Hello everyone! These are the upgrades I've made to my Starship rocket collection between Flight 7 and Flight 8. First off, I've printed a brand new version 2 ship with 2 scale tiles. This is S-34, the ship flying on Starship Flight 8. Next up, on the chopsticks, I've added lighting near the lift locations and on the stabilizer arms. This lighting assists the cameras and personnel for nighttime stacking operations. Also on the chopsticks, worker access platform walkways have been added for chopstick rail maintenance and upgrades. There's also been a slight edge added to each of the chopsticks so that the lifting pins on the booster and ship don't accidentally slide off during lifting operations. Moving down the stack, in Booster 15's inner stage, the reinforcements added before its rollout have also been added to my model. In the days leading up to Flight 8's launch, new gray shielding has been added to the launch tower. That's it for the pad side of things. Let's move on to my rocket garden. There's been a lot of work in this area, so let's turn on the lights and check out the changes. First up, the Tesla collection has been completed. We now have the Cybertruck and the red Model 3. So down the line from left to right, we have the Cybertruck, Model S, Model 3, Model X, Model Y, and the Roadster. Here we have SN5, which is the first Starship I saw launch online. Next up, we have the famous Starhopper, which was the first Starship test article to fly. And now here's one of my favorites, the first Starship that I saw fly in person at South Padre Island. This is SN10. It has cutouts on the payload bay, methane tank, and liquid oxygen tank. It also has a patch of tiles on the lower left aft flap, as well as patches of tiles on the back of the vehicle. Next up, I've stacked the IFT-1 vehicles and put the NSF patch for Flight 1 off to the right of the upper stage. With my Flight 5 vehicles, I've translated the ship S-30 to a horizontal orientation, and I've also hung Booster 12 from the chopsticks. As I mentioned earlier, SN10 was the first flight I saw in person, IFT-1 was the second, and Flight 5 was the third. Now let's move on to some hardware for future flights. With my old V2 ship, I've hung it from the shortened chopsticks. This represents the excitement to come as soon as Flight 9. Looking even further into the future, my Pad B model and flame trench is in progress. I will be making changes and retrofits to Pad B as I see them in Starbase. And that is it for the rocket garden and the video. Good luck to SpaceX on Flight 8. We'll see you for more upgrades between Flight 8 and Flight 9.